Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Thanks, TikTok. Thanks for being here. And thanks for letting me talk about TikTok. I always thought about TikTok as TikTok. I don't know who else does this. I feel like I know the hashtag existed even before I started putting it on. Although I made a new one the other day that's new, TikTok the Machine Man of Oz. But when I very first video I made for TikTok was about TikTok of Oz, with the hashtag TikTok of Oz. And I don't think I started it. I think, people already knew that TikTok existed in Oz, which is 100 years ago, but also the future. Like, I've always understood it to be the future. It's always seemed like a time when there's no war, when it seems like the future. It's not any time in the recent past because we've had war. But in the future, it is not just imaginable but kind of necessary that we don't have war. So, sorry if nobody could hear any of that because I was talking behind the book. But, yeah, this is what I've been talking about for the last live, and I wanted to pick up here. Although, if there's other things that you would like to discuss, feel free to mention them in comments. But yeah, hi, nice to see you. I'm Puffin. I'm just talking about TikTok and how, for me, all the Oz books are prophecy of a future when we don't have any war and everything's really nice. And TikTok is, to me, not just a sign of that prophecy coming true. Yeah, Goddess bless you too. Not just a sign of that prophecy coming true, but an instrument of the prophecy coming true, because here we are on TikTok. That's how you're finding out about this, how I'm finding out about you, and how all this stuff is happening. One reason they were trying to stop it, because they're afraid of all the things we can do. So, thanks for being here. Good. Yours? I like your, is that a pelican? I can't tell what your profile picture is, but it looks kind of like a pelican, which I like. So, thank you for being here. Thanks for the likes. This is just about 5 or 7 more minutes talking about TikTok, about the fairy country of Oz. No, this is not a drawing. I didn't draw this. This is a book. This is one thing I want to impress upon the 5 of you. Thank you. This is a book. It's a 109-year-old book. And it's a prophecy of the future, which is pretty soon now, of a time when we don't have to worry about money. And so, because, in Oz they say we don't have any money. That's one of the keys to not having any war or other problems, is they don't have any money. And that's a radical concept for lots of people. Hello. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. But it's the future. Like, we're not going to have any war in the future. That's key. So we know we're not there yet because we still have war. But I mean, that could stop any moment now. And it's really kind of up to us to make sure it stops. But one of the ways we can do that is just imagining it. And that's what's so great about the Oz books. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Is they are about love and happiness and helping each other. And everything's pretty good. So, thanks for being here. Nice to meet you. I'm only going for about 3, 4, or 5 more minutes, depending on how it goes. But I did want to talk about the Oz books, or whatever you want to talk about now that you're here. So, let me know if you have any questions. Hello. And this is the book called TikTok of Oz. It is from 1914. So it's been around a long time. What? Wait, what? It's been around a long time. I'll read you a selection from it while we're waiting. Just random. I trust you will honor me. I trust you will honor me by being my guest. I am Irma, Queen of Light. May Hank come with me? Asked the girl. The king of animals will take care of your mule, was the reply. Do not fear for him. These are the people speaking. The Queen of Light, and I think it's Betsy Bobbin, but I can't remember. Yeah, it's Betsy Bobbin. Do not fear for him, for he will be treated royally. All of your party will be reunited on the morrow. I'd like to have someone with me, said Betsy pleadingly. Queen Irma looked around and smiled upon Polychrome. Will the Rainbow's daughter be an agreeable companion? She asked. Oh, yes, exclaimed the girl. So Polychrome and Betsy became guests of the Queen of Light, while the other beautiful kings and queens took charge of the others of the party. Yeah, I was actually just reading a selection. Hey, thanks for coming back too. I was just reading a selection of TikTok of Oz, but all it is Betsy Bobbin meets the Queen of Light. That's a picture of the Queen of Light meeting Betsy Bobbin. And I'll read you what's on the next page while you're here. Or maybe you could turn to another random page. But yeah, I was going to talk about fairy magic. I'm only going to be on for another 3 minutes. Talk about fairy magic. The two girls followed Irma out of the hall and through the gardens of the residence to a village of pretty dwellings. None of these was so large or imposing as the castle of the private citizen, but all were handsome enough to be called palaces, as in fact they really were. Hello, hello. Yeah, sure. The lovely Lady of Light. The palace of the Queen of Light stood on an eminence and was a mass of crystals surmounted by a vast crystal dome. But yeah, I'll probably read more of this sometime when I have more time to talk. But basically this is just to introduce you to the concept that TikTok has been around a while, has been a character in the story that's already a prediction of the future. A lot of the things that he predicts in the Oz books happen in the future. He writes about a lot of things, a lot of technology before it was produced. So, yes. So, oh, you are too, I can see. How cool. See, that's magic right there. And so, fairy magic is everything. All sorts of magic could be described as fairy magic. Or you could look at all sorts of magic from a fairy perspective. In this sense, it's just like time stuff, the future. Do y'all want to talk? Hello? If there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be going pretty soon. Cool. Hope you can use that to help a lot of people. So, check out Unicopia and Church of Judas and Pillar Revolution and the Fairy Liberation Front. Those are the different hashtags I've made so you can see different things depending on your interest. For TikTok of Oz, hashtag TikTok of Oz. Or I'm just starting a new one, TikTok the Machine Man of Oz. Good morning from Colorado. Oh, cool. So, yeah. We can talk about whatever y'all want now. And, because my time's up for the usual video. Oh, that's okay. I'm psychic. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Thanks, Typo Fairies. Yeah, I figured what you said. I don't mean, what do you want to know? What are your questions? We have all sorts of like legal plant medicines in Colorado now. So, yes, thank you. Bots are people too. when people start making nice bots instead of mean bots, wow, what's going to happen then? You know, it's just like flip a switch. There's a bunch of bots out there. Most of them are mean. As soon as you get some nice ones, and people are like, whoa, we like the nice ones a lot better than the mean ones. And they already have some, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like, anyway, we're over the time allotted for the live, but since y'all are here, I'll keep talking about it. It's fine. I'm not saying anybody is a bot, and if you are a bot, that's fine too. One thing you do to show you're not a bot is tapping the screen, I guess. I don't know. Can they tap screens? I don't know. It's like a people thing to do, I guess. But yet, there's nothing against bots. It's like TikTok is a bot. That's fine. See how he's right there chilling with everybody? And like everybody's his friend? And like, it's fine. I'm not talking about you if you're not a bot, but if you are a bot, if somebody else in the chat is a bot, then that's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, they're going to make nicer bots, and then people will start to be like, see, look, here's TikTok talking to somebody. People will be like, how can we keep up? Everybody wants to talk to the nice bots instead. And they'll just have to get nicer too. Okay. So do y'all want to hear an alien thing before I go? Okay. So think about it. We could right now make some technology that can travel all over the stars, right? Travel to different stars, right? We could do that. I mean, we couldn't, but just imagine that we could, right? Just fast forward. Say we're not talking about right now. Say we're like a few hundred years in the future, or like 50 years in the future, or whatever. Say it's next year. Say something happens where you make some technology you can travel to stars, right? We're all imagining that right now. Humans from Earth can travel to the stars. Okay. Well, where do you go? We don't know where to go. We don't know where anybody is. Once you go somewhere, where do you? Especially if you like teleport or something. Like, where would you teleport to? But even where would you even go to? You don't know where to go. So my point is, but especially if you can teleport, you don't know where to go. So my point is, even if we have the technology, if you don't have a directory of where the other civilized people are, all the civilized aliens or whatever you want to call it, if you don't have that, then you're not, you don't know where to go. So it's great to improve technology. I believe in technology. I'm a big fan, but not for dangerous things, not for weapons and stuff. You put that technology. You have to put that technology into good things, like your spaceship or your teleporter or whatever it is, to be able to get off the planet. You can't be wasting time with war. So that's kind of like the decision tree you get, and that there's not too many branches left on that other side of the tree. You got to pick. The only real survival way is to shift away from war to like space, to like technology. But you also can't go anywhere unless you know where to go. So the real key is to know where the other civilized, advanced, aliens are in the universe. And for that, you just need to be nicer. Like, we just need to be nicer people. Like, as a species, humans just have to be nice enough that the aliens want to share the directory of where where everybody lives. It's like, or to pick us up, to take us someplace, or take us, however their travel works. But I mean, basically, you got to know millions of species are far more advanced than we are. I mean, what if they wanted to do that? Would have done a long time ago. The other thing is, that same thing that applies to us. Like, we might not ever get to do anything because we mess it up. We mess it up as a species. We mess up our planet and stuff. But if we stop doing that, I mean, it's not like we might do that. We are doing that. But if we stop doing that and instead go to space and stuff like that, then that's the alternative. Like, and that's the case for every other civilization. So if they go too far in that direction, they don't get to go to space. Nobody gets to go to space unless you get over war. Basically, it's kind of the rules of it. That's how it works. Thanks for sticking around for the TikTok discussion. This was about TikTok of Oz, and I'll see y'all another time. And thank you so much for the conversation. You know, the world will stick around as long as we take care of things. And we can do that. We can do it from bed. I call it the Pillow Revolution. But yeah, TikTok stuff is the Oz stuff is. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. The Oz stuff has always been, since I read it, in my mind, a prophecy of the future. As it keeps coming true, as more and more of it keeps coming true, I can say that more confidently, and it becomes easier to understand. But yeah, mostly just comes down to, hey, think about it. What it'll be like when we don't have war anymore, when everybody's getting along on the earth. What can we do? And will we be ready to talk to people from all the other planets? Anyway, thanks. Y'all have a great day. See you soon.